Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to number one talk show that talks about reality, that talks about what's happening, and more so, it's raw and uncut. Today episode we're talking about qualities of a good reader. Who is a good reader? There's a lot of definitions outside. People have been talking about what makes a person to be a good leader. So I want to take you through what can make a person to be of a good leader. Number one is a person that can be able to communicate clearly. A person that communicates effectively. What do I mean? A person who is able to express himself the right way. When a person talks in the right way and communicates clearly, is able to tell others of what they are supposed to do. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, as a leader, you are able to communicate good. There are some people who are good French in English, and people are French in Kiswahili, Chinese, and talk and name any other language. I'm trying to mean, as a leader that is appointed, that is a given capacity to lead others, you are able to communicate in an effective way, communicate in the right way that can be able to make people to understand of what you're meaning and what you're talking. So this one makes you as a good leader. Number two, you need to be passionate about others, about the work of others. So you need to be passionate. So a leader must be so much passionate. A leader should be someone that is able to be passionate of the work. So if you're given work to do in an organization, you need to be so much passionate. You need to be so much willing. You need to be so much careful on how you handle this work and to make it the best of you. Number three is a leader who doesn't shout to other people. You need not to shout to other people. You need to find a way to talk to people. You need to find a way to talk to people gently. I've ever seen people talk about how you can be able to solve a problem in an organization, in a family setup, in anything. I understand as much as people are able to interact from time to time, there must be issues that comes around. So as a leader, you need to know how to solve a problem. And then number two, how you can be able to communicate with others in a right way. So when a problem arises, you need to find the right ways, the right mechanisms. Yesterday I told you how a person, it happens in a point of life where you get someone it feels rejected, feels not appreciated, feels bored in an organization. This means about leadership. I have heard people say that most people leave work not because of the payment, our salaries, and anything else. Most people leave work because of bad leadership. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to put an implication that poor leadership makes many people to go out of an organization. Another one is about a good leader is able to encourage others. So as you are able to encourage others, you make people to feel motivated. And there are different ways you can be able to motivate a person. Number one, you can motivate people by maybe giving them incentives, appreciating them how they are willing, appreciating of what they do, and many other things. Another thing, as a leader, you're able to work with other employees. Work with your team. If there's work that has been given, work with your team. Make sure that you are able to work with your team for you to get the results. What am I trying to say? Working with a team means you can be able to solve a problem together. The more you solve a problem together with your team, it encourages them, it motivates them, it makes them to feel appreciated. Another thing, actually, as a leader, you need to appreciate your team. Appreciate them. Even if they do work that is not good or that is better off, appreciate them. Tell them you have done a good work, but you still can be able to do better in a right way. I really should also be able to respect other people, respect others, respect their faith, respect their religion, respect their culture, respect their way of dressing. I don't mean about dressing, but I mean respect how they are raised up and instill the right morals and values to them. And actually, as a leader, you need to be a person that encourages people. Encourage them, give them motive. Don't tell them that we are going to maybe close off as area. No, tell them even if things don't look as easy the way they are, motivate them, encourage them, and build a relationship with your team. What am I trying to say? This is what I mean. Building a relationship means you are able to bond with your teamwork. As a leader, bond with your team that you work together. Bond with them, encourage them, train them the best way that they're supposed to work. So as a leader, as many times as possible, make sure you are able to train people on the right way that they're supposed to go and work for the best interest of the organization. Because the more people work well, the more the company rises, and the more company rises, the more possibility of making better in an organization, in another company. So I think these things are the ones maybe you people have been able to know about them, you have worked about them before. Is something that can be able to encourage you, can be able to guide you, can be able to mentor you as much as possible. As a leader, make sure you mentor others, mentor other leaders. Don't fear that when you mentor people, they'll be able to take your position. No, mentor them, encourage them, guide them, build relationships, and also encourage them to have a prosperity of the organization. I hope this video has helped someone, and I hope this can be able to encourage someone. This because I know this episode can be able to help people, especially for those who are in corporate, for those people who are running their companies, businesses, and organizations, to make sure they are able to mentor and nurture their people. So thank you very much for watching this episode. Let's meet in our next episode. Thank you.